look at my particular list, and if any of your examples fit into my particular list, which ones might, and if not, your examples, if you can give us, so I can add to my list. Okay, so Mike, we'll begin with us. So I know you talked about 3 different conflicts. Any of them fit in?
With that entire list?
Yeah, with that entire list, or would they actually be, we would add additional?
Yeah, the one I told you about the being in unison. There was avoidance.
Okay, there was avoidance as far as that was what the conflict was, is that she really didn't want to do it, so she kind of avoid as far as the issue?
There was ongoing questioning.
Okay, ongoing questioning.
Even for me, I was a little confused with what we were trying to solve there. I actually asked her today about it to clear things up.
Okay.
Not an excessive display of knowledge. Unspoken tension, yeah, I would definitely say there was that.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, good. Okay, wonderful. Jamie and Joe, anything as far as that rings a bell up here? In your discussing? And which ones?
All right, so which one do we specifically talk about? Just because I know what you're talking about, the do now.
The do now.
Yeah, I mean, the
coach part? Like how she was the coach? Yeah, I heard you say it too about how the one was the coach of another person, yeah. I don't know if there's really unspoken tension because they both pretty much speak their mind, and then she's like, I love you, but have you ever heard of that? She's like, I love you, and then she like says something bad or whatever, like she's like, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard that?
Mm-hmm.
So they say it to each other, even though they say I love you first, it's like, you're not fat.
Like you as a person,
you're eating
I
McDonald's.
don't agree with you.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. Would you say negativity? I don't know if I really would, because
I don't think so.
Okay. Ignoring input, I think other people, we have a quieter person on our team, and everyone's supposed to be kind of quiet, but I feel like we all listen to each other. Not avoidance, anxiety, game planning, exertion, control.
Okay.
No, I think.
Very covered. Okay, good. Okay. Now, these are the reasons why conflict occurs, and the one that we're going to look at, we're actually going to look at a number of them, but we're going to look at perceptions to kind of begin with. And remember, no matter how, quote, well the team works, is that even the best places, there's going to be conflict because, again, we come with different agendas, there's stress, there's miscommunication, gossip. Those are things we want to attempt to resolve to bring the conflict as far as to a minimum. Okay. Now, if there's personality conflicts that occur, and again, I think you mentioned the group is pretty well established, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. But knowing that in the future there might be new people coming to the group, am I correct? And some of these particular things will occur is that this is kind of the way of dealing with personality conflict. Okay? So if that occurs as far as within the team, especially within members, is one of the things that, quote, the people want to do is bring other people as far as into my way of thinking. I want to get my other co-workers involved. See, she doesn't understand. Do you agree with me? So we want to make sure that the people who are involved in the conflict settle and handle that particular personality conflict and not involving and, quote, contaminating the rest of the group. Okay? Okay. Now, the other important thing is that we need to take care of ourselves because I've discovered nobody else is going to take care of you. Your principal's not going to say you need a day off, okay? You need a rest period, say you have to take care of yourself. And these are just very, very simple as far as strategies, as far as that if you're dealing with conflict, as far as that work, things as far as to take into account. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a particular scenario. And I'm going to get your opinion of what you think as far as this scenario is about. Okay, so you are standing at a bus stop with a handful of other people. A man suddenly runs rapidly past you and was knocking you down. He has long hair and a beard and is dressed in a dark, muddy overcoat, jeans and sneakers. He is carrying a leather briefcase. Okay, you got the picture so far? Okay, second part of the scene. A young, well-dressed businesswoman runs close behind him. Despite her high-heeled shoes, she runs as fast as she can. Her eyes wide and determined. Next part of the scenario. Next, a large, angry-looking black dog runs rapidly past you, not far behind the man and the woman. White foam is visible on either side of his mouth, and he is barking ferociously. Joe, what's happening?
I'm assuming. So I did there. I assume that he stole the purse. I'm thinking he stole
the briefcase.
It was a briefcase. Sorry. Yeah, he stole it from her because of his looks.
Okay. Mike, anything different? Same?
I don't know where the dog came in though.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the dog is in this.
Okay. Jamie?
Where's the dog? What's going on with the dog?
He came to our house and the dog ran out
Oh,
after
okay.
them trying to help the owner.
But it has rabies or whatever.
Well, no, I mean, if they're angry or they're barking, they'll phone.
Oh.
Okay. And here's the topper.
It's gonna be something crazy.
Seconds later, a van carrying a television camera and movie director drives past. Man holding a small megaphone leans out in the van and yells after the fleeing man and woman and dog. Cut. Great work, folks. Mike, is that what you were thinking?
That it was a movie?
There's a movie?
I was not thinking that.
Okay.
Thought it was a robbery.
Okay. Joe?
Yeah, same thing.
Well, my hindsight mind also thinks the other, because it's never going to be the obvious. I know that. I
Okay.
thought, well, maybe the guy was like, I don't know, she was infatuated with him and she's chasing him.
Yeah.
Where the dog came in, I
Like
didn't.
his clothes were in there,
Yeah.
so she's like, I need you.
Right?
It's like
Like,
I'm moving.
I know it's not going to be the obvious because that's why it's up there, but
Okay. Okay, great. Now,
like,
so one of the key skills in resolving conflicts is understanding the perspective of others. And Mike, I think it fits very nicely in with the scenario that you presented, is that it's very important to understand where the other person is coming from. So even though we might have that skill, other people in our group might not have that, and until they can understand somebody else's perspective, that is where a lot of the conflict occurs. Okay? So with that in mind, I have a little activity, especially if you are in math. Now, our math teacher was here last time, so he's just not here today. So I'm going to have you look at that particular diagram and tell me how many rectangles you see.
rectangles?
Yeah, how many rectangles? Go ahead and do your computation.
See 29.
I was gonna say 29 too.
Okay, Jamie?
Oh crap! I just saw another one.
Okay, good. So you got 30? Mike
I
has
got
30.
now.
I got
Okay.
36.
Okay.
Oh, crap,
Jamie
I
has
just saw another
36.
one. Ah, they're everywhere.
Okay, 36, 29, at least
I got 32 now.
32. Okay. Okay. I'm going to just write them down here. That's sort of the fun of it.
I still have 36, so I'm missing 2.
Okay, Jamie, you got 36, right?
Yeah.
And 32?
I'm 34 now.
34. And Joe?
I'm
has
100.
29. Okay.
Oh,
well,
there's
hold
another
on. There's-
one.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
Ah, they're
Okay, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it there. Okay, now here's the key in this exercise. If Joe only counted 29, is Joe wrong?
No. There's 29
Technically, I am.
rectangles.
Because of
Okay.
How many do you see? So he's not wrong.
Okay, from his
If he
perspective.
said how many were
Okay.
there, then he would be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, I didn't do
I
that.
did that.
Right.
But then when you break them up, like 2 over here or 3 and then 3 that way, that's where I started. Oh, like there's more.
okay. So the key to this particular exercise that even though people came up with different numbers, are they wrong? Because from their perspective, that's what they consider as far as what they saw. Okay.
Our kids would say like, what was it? 16?
So we could all be right. So there's no wrong or right answer sometimes, and that's usually as far as when conflict occurs, is when we want somebody to be wrong and somebody to be right.
Sidebar.
Sure.
Something I just heard the other day that really stuck out, and I was a therapist for 15 years. You are given 2 ears and 1 mouth because you're supposed to listen twice as much as you talk.
Oh, I want that.
Okay, well, wonderful, because actually next time we come together, listening is one of the things that we're going to be looking at that skill.
I've never heard it said like that before.
Okay,
and
so-
it stuck with me.
3 things as far as about perception. The first one is what others see, feel, experience is real and true to them. So I have 3 examples to share with you. Eskimo or Indian?
Both.
Mike, what's your initial impression?
My initial impression was Eskimo.
Okay,
My
Joe?
initial was
Okay, good, okay. How about here, young or old? Initial impression?
Oh,
Okay.
look
the,
at the very left hand side of the face.
Oh.
Is it
Okay.
a male female thing?
Well, you know, there is research on the brain as far as that we process differently. Okay. Now, how about this?
Creepy.
What do you
Oh,
see?
now I
Anything
see,
else?
It's
yeah.
just sitting there. How was that creepy?
Well, there's two
I know,
faces
I know.
there. Yeah.
I saw the faces first.
Did you see faces on the faces first?
Okay,
I saw the
faces first. Okay, Mike,
Took me a
anything else you
second to
see?
the-
I see the
The
guitar
guitar.
player.
Okay, guitar player. Okay, great. Okay, anything else?
The person sitting under the hat or whatever. And there's
Okay,
another person
on the
over
other
there.
side.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
And?
something that looks like an earring, but could be a horse or
A
something.
bottle, or I don't know what that
What is that by the ear-ish looking thing? The
Hmm.
white,
yeah,
I don't know what it is. Looks
Okay.
like a horse or something.
okay, great. Okay, now, perceptions are built as far as on our personal experience. And I know Mike's experience is different from Joe's, and Joe's is different from Jamie's. Okay? So with that in mind, I have a little exercise called the Unique to the Brain. In a moment, I'm going to give you 4 words, and you got to write down the first thing that comes to mind. This is a little projective assessment. So if you're ready, first thing that comes to mind when you hear and see each of these 4 words. We're going to see,
So you want 4 separate things.
yeah, you're going to have 4 separate things, okay? And we're going to see as far as what you come up with. Because again, the key is perceptions are based on our experiences. And my assumption is that you will all come up with different examples. You ready? Here's the first. Monday, first thing that comes to mind when you hear and see the word Monday. Go write it down. Second, shopping. First thing that comes to mind when you hear and see the word shopping. Third, men. First thing that comes to mind when you see the word men. And last, Michael Douglas. First thing that comes to mind when you hear and see the word Michael Douglas. Okay, Joe, for Monday.
I had Monday morning.
Okay, Jamie.
Work.
Dread.
Okay, and we'll begin with Michael, shopping.
Long.
Jamie.
Groceries.
I said mall.
Okay, and men, we'll start with Jamie.
Football.
Football.
Sports.
I said women.
Okay, interesting. And Michael Douglas, Joe.
I said old.
Old.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Movie.
Movie. Okay, and as you can see, everybody came up with as far as unique answers. Okay. Now, this is something that somebody sent for me, and I kind of associate with the men, and this is women waiting
I
for
don't
the
get it. I
perfect
don't get
man.
this show. Do you get this show?
Jamie, you might need to explain it to him.
I don't get it.
They're never gonna find a perfect man.
So, again, brains are unique, and that's our perception because of our experiences. Okay, here's the last, and I think I'm going to use Jamie for this particular scenario. Jamie, I need for you to make up a story, what you see.
Okay.
Okay?
There's a woman. And
Wait,
she's-
no, don't tell us.
Okay.
Just make up the story because these two are going to guess as far as what the story's about.
Oh,
So should
Lord.
we be looking
Should
at
I
it too?
write it
Like
down or
assume
have
what
any
she's.
proof? Or
Yeah, we're
just-
trying to assume. Okay, so you're going to come up with a story about
Okay.
what's happening in the picture,
Okay.
and then kind of 21 questions. Joe and Michael are going to see if they can guess what the story's about.
21 question her.
Yes, because
All right.
she's coming up.
Is
Okay.
it?
What,
Is it
wait, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go
Is
ahead.
it about? Is it about? I think it's like social. Is it about social things?
Yeah.
Is the lady to the right the mother of the lady to the left?
Yes.
Okay.
Are they talking about somebody?
Yeah, kind of.
Is the lady to the right worried?
No.
Are they? So they're talking about somebody. Are they talking smack about somebody?
No, not really.
Is the lady to the left looking at a man?
Yes, I was thinking.
Yes.
Is she looking at her husband?
Potential?
Does the lady to the right approve of the man they're looking at?
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with the wedding?
Yes.
You guys are good. Okay.
You can ask. You can ask if she's engaged. She engaged.
Getting.
Getting engaged.
She's getting engaged.
Almost seems like they're watching like at a dance or something like that. Is it at a wedding?
No, I wasn't envisioning it at a
At
wedding.
a wedding.
Is the lady to the left thinking that that is the man she will marry?
Yes.
How do we not get it? It sounds like we got it.
You did. And
Okay.
Oh, is there anything else?
Is there anything
I
else?
was like, is this the guy you want to? Well, you had the skeletons before about the woman waiting for the man of her dreams. And
Okay.
then you showed this. and
Oh,
I'm
so that
like,
kind
oh,
of.
so she's looking at a man, and the mom's sitting back going, is this who you're really going to marry?
Son-in-law.
You know,
Okay.
kind of mentality.
We got it, Michael.
Do they have a full story with it? Probably not, but they were right along where I
Okay,
was going.
great. So as you can see is that to understand our perceptions is, guess what? We assume nothing, and we have to ask questions as far as to assume where a person's coming. So that's what that actual exercise happened to do. Assume nothing, ask questions.
So they were
Before,
getting it because they were asking the questions.
right. So that was actually the
Okay.
process as far as understands one perception is we don't assume anything. We ask questions as far as to validate what's occurring, and we try to understand the other person's perspective before we interject as far as our own. Okay? So very, very important as far as to do. Okay. Now, in order to solve problems, you will need to be able to see things from several points of view. Can you do it? And these are, what's going to be coming up, are the different, quote, what we call ways we resolve conflicts. But before we do that, these are the costs of conflicts. If conflicts occurring as far as within your teams, first of all, you're going to be destroying personal relationships, professional relationships, barriers to get things done, derails teamwork and collaboration, creates hidden agendas, adds stress, and wastes time, money, and resources. So those are all the costs as far as when conflicts occur. Okay. Now, this is low activity, and I will be Jamie's partner, and Joe and Michael, you will be partners. And here's what occurs. You're driving in together with a particular person. One of you is the driver, and the other person is the passenger. And the person who's the driver has started to play a new radio station loudly. Okay? The passenger, the other person, does not like the music or the loudness. How would you handle the conflict? Okay, so Jamie, we'll come over here. So we're going to work together. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to be the driver, Jamie. That's right. Because I know as far as the results of the activity. Okay.
Really?
So I'm driving down the freeway. I just picked you, Jamie. I have actually
Maybe you
put
don't
it up as far as up on high, and you cannot stand. What music don't you like? Country?
I meant to tell you.
Okay. Have a heavy metal. We have Twisted Sister. Larry on
You asked
the
her
speaker.
It was yesterday. I had a
How
conversation
handle
with her.
We handle
What
it.
she said, she still
Turn it down.
wants to
So
say.
how was your day?
I guess-
Jamie, I'm listening to Twisted Sister out there. You
I wonder what
done.
she was doing when she was talking about that. Yeah.
I don't want, I'm male. Males talk. Yeah, that's right. Do not, isn't what your husband says? Do not touch that radio.
I will.
Next week.
Yeah.
I said, "Don't work," and I put-
Well, you know what I do?
I never see you all day.
You know what I do? I take the little knob and I pull it off, Jamie. Okay.
Change that.
Okay, so, well, you can't hear me. I can't talk to you.
Alright.
That's
So we have to come to
That's
another
perfect.
time when I'm going to come.
But I'm listening to my music, so I'm great. So how are you going to deal as far as with the loud music?
Natasha only goes to theirs.
I'm
Nobody
really
else.
good
Like
at
Christine
doing that.
doesn't go. And I was like,
So you
Christine.
avoid?
And it's just me,
And
you,
you
and
tune
Mike
tune
here.
out?
That we get to pick.
Okay,
one of
okay.
these.
Interesting. Okay, but that's not what you did initially, right?
Uh,
No, initially I turned it down.
It's $1,500.
Okay.
No technology.
Okay.
Wow. I don't know what we can utilize.
Okay.
Think about it. Yeah.
Okay, we're ready.
That's what we were gonna use.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, tell them how you, Jamie had two ways of resolving this particular conflict. Go ahead, Jamie. Tell them how you resolved the conflict.
The first was turning it down. So, what are your plans today?
That's what I say.
Trying to come up with
Okay, and then what I did is I turned it back up. Twisted Sister, she doesn't like heavy metal, and I took the knob and put it in my pocket.
What?
Jamie, what did you do then? Okay, great. Okay, who's the driver?
We kind of did both
Yeah, we
scenarios.
did
Okay, the both scenarios. Okay, and how did you resolve it?
When I was the driver, wait, was I the driver ever?
Yeah.
If I was the driver, go ahead.
What you said, I would turn down and ask him a question. Be like passive aggressive about it.
Okay, so you actually go and turn it down. Okay.
Yeah, and make something up. Yeah.
If he was the driver, I guess I wouldn't resolve the conflicts. I would just sit there.
Okay, you just avoid.
Avoid. Yeah.
Okay, or yield. Okay. Okay, so two different ways as far as usually to resolve the conflict. One is to fight, which Jamie likes to do. Okay, and the other is to flight, which is basically as far as avoiding or yielding as far as to the particular conflict. Okay.
I would
So.
say I think the older I get, the more I am leaning toward the flight over the fight.
So
You're stuck in your
some,
ways, I guess, right? like old people. Not saying you're an old person, but like.
No, I think the older I get, like when I was younger, I was very feisty.
Oh, so you're actually mellowing out.
Yeah, I'm not as. I want to say I'm not as passionate about things, but I'm really just not. I'm just old and I don't really care.
She's
So,
old.
it just is what it is.
Okay, now these are some examples that you might come across as far as if somebody uses the fight approach. Okay, that might be a common
You were
refusal to
getting
listen.
physically violent by taking off
Yeah.
me. You were
That was all
destroying
you.
property.
Manipulation. Okay, and these are the attentions. I am right. I love Twisted Sister. Jamie, I don't care about you. Or I'm going to punish you with Twisted
That's right.
Sister. Okay,
You
so
put
that's-
it down,
okay.
make it 10
Or
times
I'm going
louder.
to threaten you. Touch it again. And I will. Okay. I'm okay. You're not okay because you don't
Well, I
like
can
Twisted
do that.
Sister. Okay. Now, this is if you go to the fight mode. Is what's occurred. Okay. Strategies that people use as far as when they're at that particular mode. Where they overpower and overwhelm somebody. Okay? Now, flight. This is where somebody will pout or sulk. Cry. Jamie, I think I saw tears.
My
Okay.
old school, there were teachers that cried all day long.
Avoid. Right? I can deal with it. Pretend it hasn't happened. Give in, which is again as far as at the end. And what you're saying is, I am wrong, so you admit defeat, and you are right.
Oh.
Avoid conflict. Let the other person win. I'm not okay, but you are. And I think you mentioned the passive piece. Okay? And this is actually what people will do when they go as far as into silence. So these are the indicators as far as in your groups, if a conflict's occurring, those are two approaches that people will usually as far as indicate as far as that are occurring. Okay. Now, with that in mind, we know the best way to resolve as far as conflict is something through compromise. Now, this is called a handshake exercise. So, Jamie, we're going to have you pair up with Michael, and me and Joe are going to pair up. But you know what? It's not going to be fair if I pair up with Joe because I know the end result. So here's what we're going to have you do. I'm going to have you two pair up first, and then I'm going to have you two pair up, and then you two pair up. Okay? So what we're going to have you do is go ahead, Joe and Michael, stand. Pair up for me if you could.
Like literally holding hands.
Yeah, here's what you're going
During
to
flu
do.
season.
You're going to hold hands. Okay? Lock hands together in the form of handshake. Okay? Now here's the object of this activity. You score a point every time you get the other person's hand to your hip.
What?
Okay? Yeah, exactly. Okay, you got it?
Oh, no, you got it.
Okay, so every time you get Joe's hand to your hips.
No, you can't.
Well, you can do anything, anywhere you want to. Now, you're going to count yourselves, okay? I'm going to give you, we're just going to do 30 seconds. Okay,
Oh, we
so
haven't even
you-
started yet.
Yeah, we haven't started, okay? So I'm going to come back over here. Come back over here, okay.
We started already.
Now we're going to start. I'm going to give you, actually, I'm going to just give you 20 seconds because it's kind of activity. Okay, are we ready? Set and go. And you count the number of times.
You keep going to it. Oh, I didn't even get it. What do you got? 2? 3? 4?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
That didn't work at all.
We're both getting every time.
Right. You're just
I got
both
5
each other
so
so you're both getting it.
What do you got?
2?
Yeah, 2.
And freeze. Okay, now we're going to stop there. Go ahead and see.
That's been some surgery.
How many? How many,
Sorry.
Mike?
I got 2.
Okay,
And
2.
one bump into
Joe, how many?
4.
4. Okay, now we're going to stop there, and we're not going to go to the next piece because actually you already made my point. Okay, so we're going to have a seat. Okay, now
I feel
here's
bad.
my
I
question.
totally did not mean to do that.
Anybody get more than 30 points?
30?
Yeah. Okay. Anybody get more than 20?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys get less? Now, how do you interpret you in the instructions?
That I was against him?
All right. Did you consider as far as that both of you together? And how many points as far as would you have?
I did not.
Joe?
I just didn't want him touching my hip.
Now, if you had Jamie do it, it would actually be no. So okay.
What then? Actual instructions were how many times can your hand get to your hip?
That right. That was the. Let me go back. Actual instructions.
So I guess if you stand sideways and it's just constant.
Because because the one time we kept
Right. But see, now here's the key: when you interpret,
Yeah.
You interpret it as against
do you pair an individual, a pair, or a group?
Yeah, we did individual.
Yeah.
For sure.
So a pair, and then if there was like 6 people doing it, 3, would you take the total as
They
far
would
as
be a mess.
all the
Even more
scores? Okay. Okay. So here's the key. Now this was actually good for Joe and Mike.
You guys were
Did the idea of winning apply losing as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, did you discuss beforehand as far as what it meant to be as far as a partner?
I was trying to figure out how to win.
Okay. He had that winning mindset. Okay. Did you change your strategy as far as during the 20 seconds?
I stopped trying to bump into him.
Okay. So, one of the concerns as far as with conflicts is someone has to lose. And if you have that mindset, I told him, I put her in her place, I showed him who was boss, I didn't let her get the better of me, I got my way, I always lose out in these sorts of problems. Okay? Compare, is there a different way as far as of looking at winning? Winning with, as compared to winning over. Winning over means somebody loses. Winning with is that we work together for compromise or together for a better outcome. As compared to 6, compared to 2 or 4. Okay? So interesting as far as how you interpret. Now, Jamie, if we would have done it differently, I don't know if you would interpret as far as the directions differently, or you would be. Okay. So win-win approach. Benefit for everybody. Win-lose approach. Competition. One group, one person benefits over the other. Okay. So let's look at your individual conflict management style. Now, there is your second handout is a survey. Okay? And in that survey, go ahead and read the directions. It's going to give you 2 scenarios, so you're going to choose one of the scenarios, and at the end, you're going to score. And based as far as on that score, are you a person who, well, we'll talk about the different types of conflict, but we're going to find out as far as which one you happen to be. Okay? So go ahead. And Mike and Joe, and also Jimmy, feel free, there are extra copies, feel free to take them for your other members of your team.
All right, got my protein.
Okay, as you can see, 5 different ways as far as to resolve conflict. Avoiding, yielding, giving in, forceful, compromising, and problem solver. So with that in mind, we are going to look at a simple example of how to resolve a conflict. So I am going to use, let's see, Michael and Jamie are going to help me with this activity. So come on up. And we're going to use a very simple object, an orange. Okay. Okay. 2 adults in the break room. We have Jamie and we have Michael. There's only one orange. And both of them want the orange. So, for avoidance, if you actually implemented avoidance to resolve this conflict, what would it look like? There's the orange. Not avoidance. You both would what?
Walk away?
Walk away. Okay? So, is the conflict resolved?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are going to have a conflict about it if we walk away.
Right, but you want something to do with that orange, correct?
Yeah, I want to eat it.
Okay, but are you going to be able to do it?
No.
So the conflict technically is still there, even though it's not
So
with
the
the
conflict
person.
is only resolved if I eat the orange.
No, not necessarily. Okay, it's still there. See, avoidance basically, as far as we avoid the conflict, but the issues are still there. Okay, does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, so now, if we say, and we go to the forceful, so forceful, okay, exactly, okay. Jamie has the orange, okay. Now, if we went to the giving in, what would that look like, okay? And then Michael, you would give it back, okay? So, okay. Now, the fourth, which I think, Jamie, that's yours, and that happens to be what?
Sharing.
Okay, sharing. So how would that look, Jamie? What will we do?
Peel it, pull it in half, give him one and give me one.
Okay, Jamie says cut in half. Okay, right?
Mhm.
Compromise? I don't know if I want to use that paper. I might need that paper.
Here's an extra. Right
I got some white paper here. I don't want to mess up. Okay, so we're going to cut it in half. Am I correct? Joe, is that compromise?
Sharing.
Okay. So I cut it in half. Okay, now, here's the issue. Jamie, you wanted the juice. Go and squeeze the juice out for me. And you want it to actually grate off some of the orange so you could put it as far as on to your cake that you brought in for everybody. So go and grate off.
I've never done this before.
Okay. No, actually, the peel. You want the peel. You want the peel.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. You know, how you put the orange right, correct?
His wife's a really good cook too.
Is she a really good cook?
She actually making some orange things.
Okay. Okay.
Is
How
that?
much juice do you want me to get out of this?
Yeah, as much as I want as much as you can get.
I don't understand.
You're not doing very well, are you?
I
Okay.
told you. I don't know how to do this.
Okay. We at least got one piece. Okay, that's
Cool.
good.
That's
Okay,
all.
now that's good. Now,
I get the gist of the story.
okay. Here's the issue.
Not
The problem is that Michael didn't know what was the purpose that you had for the orange. Am I correct?
Mhm.
Because if he knew the purpose,
I could have had his juice and he could have used my peel.
exactly.
And we both worked out everything.
Win. Exactly.
What would you do with the peel once you grate it?
Once you grate it, you just kind of throw it away then. But then you have what you have.
What
is
do you do with all the stuff?
you put it on the
Top of
cake,
it.
top of the cake is what they do. And
You
gives
do
it a little
leave that?
Yeah, it gives it a little flavor. Okay? So the moral of the story is that if they knew each other's intention, it could have been a win-win situation and you could have doubled as far as your product.